Let's get a good shuffle. I'd like to thank everybody who's watching, everybody who clicked the like button, everybody who subscribed. You're all appreciated. So we have the Eight of Swords coming out first. Knight of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. We have the King of Cups in reverse. We have the Tower. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands. The Judgment. Let's go again. What's this here? I just saw. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords and then the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like a game of hide and go seek. I want to say guessing game, but it really feels like an electron. The way an electron behaves when you watch it, it does different things. Again, there's this energy of watching a pot boil. And I'm just like, as long as you apply heat, the water's going to get hot, whether you watch it or not. But it's like something about your glare. Like it's like this cold stare that's causing everything to freeze over. Or whoever this is in this energy is just causing everything to freeze over. And I'm also hearing that the sadder you are, the more you get done. Somebody's in this really deeply depressing energy. So if it's your energy, it's nothing to be afraid of. But let's work through it. So we have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords being clarified by the train. Is a train of thoughts, possibly? Someone trapped in their train of thought. Exercise daily to keep your body and spirit strong, healthy, and full of energy you need to build your business. Healthy and full of the energy you need to build your business. So I'm looking at train like a train of thought. This card is reflecting on the fact that you may need to train your mind to focus on prosperity. And I'm feeling like someone's being pinned against the wall and forced to stay positive. Okay. Let's just put that right there. And then we have the Knight of Wands here and the Three of Wands. So training your mind is important. Patience. It's like is a delusional thing. It's like you have to play a role, play a character. Knight of Wands. Innovate. So innovation. Being confident enough to do things differently. Because it almost seems like you're going to really have to dig in that bag and pull out what you want. Like it's not just going to come to you unless you go get it. So you're doing something that no one else can. No one else can do what you're doing. And it says frame your offers in a completely new way. And I'm seeing the Hanged Man here, which is all about perspective and surrender. So doing something differently is like you're going to be on your own. You're not going to be able to compete with other people because you're doing something completely different. You have holding a vision for Three of Wands. So train your mind, be different, be courageous enough to be different. And then you have funnel. So build a simple sales funnel. I heard funnel cake, but this was a really interesting metaphor. It was about people staring at you. If you have an issue with staring at you, it's like their eyes are sucking all of your energy, like very draining. It's because they're not really looking at you. They're looking at themselves. They want to know what you think about them. They want your attention. So holding the vision and then funnel coming out with your ships coming in. It's like think more about yourself than what others are doing. Like basically pass the judgment on yourself rather than giving other people your attention. Put the attention on yourself. Apply the attention and the pressure to yourself rather than to other people. If you have that cold stare, it's like the more you watch something, the more you watch the fire, the quicker it'll go out. There's a spider again. I'm ready to squash it. It's like adding commentary. Okay, so you have a decision to make. When it comes to this hangman, about your perspective, decide the best course. So are you going up or going down? That's the vibe I'm getting. Because it feels like someone in this energy is ready to go wherever, like almost like chasing the trends, left, right, up, down. Like this person is playing the fence. So there's an urge to pick a direction and stick with it because your clients, your clientele, your customer base, your audience, they're expecting you to be stable, to know what you're doing. They don't want to follow someone who's willing to go anywhere. It's like you're the real follower when you do that. So it's like you have to choose a path and stick with it, whether or not anyone is willing to board this train. Even if you're riding this train alone, do something differently. I don't know if you got that last part about sticking with your thoughts, basically sticking with the train. I'm trying to rephrase. I just saw the camera stop, but I felt like that was good. So something about boarding the train, sticking with the train, even if you're alone. Just trust that you put the food out on the table, they're going to show up. Something like that. Okay, so King of Cups, you have the psychic. If you are a psychic, if you're very sensitive, there's a design here that you may be building that attracts buyers to your brand. A supportive design, a supportive system, a support system. Because it really feels like you got the right strategies, but you're making more work for yourself. It's like if you want things to get harder before they get better, then that's exactly the direction you're going to go in. It seems like you have way more control over this than you realize. Like someone may be driving themselves up a wall. And hopefully you got the info about picking a decision, picking a direction, sticking with it, because people don't want to follow you in circles. They want to know that you're stable. For real, they want to see you get where you're going before they even take a step in your direction. They want to see you successful. Even if the boarding the train is what is where you measure your success. It's not about getting them to their destination, but for them it's about reaching their destination. Yeah, the top. And not even just their destination, but other people. They want to see other people reach their destination. It's like in this energy, they want success stories. They want testimonials, reviews, whatever your business is, product reviews. That's the sort of thing they're relying on, not just a great product. They want to see it work. And you have the Tower, sudden change, epiphany. Develop your unique voice broadcast. So there may be a sudden change in your tone, something suddenly changing about your voice, your message. That may be throwing people off. There may be something about your register that's throwing people off. There's something about your voice that is like, whoever's still here, I would love to know your thoughts, because what I'm about to say is like, who can really even receive this message? Instead of it being magnetizing, is repugnant. Someone is saying like repugnant. Yeah, is a repellent, because you use your voice to cast down demons. So when you talk to people, they feel like scum of the earth. That's the vibe. Like you have a way of talking down to your audience. That's the vibe I'm getting. Queen of Cups. So there's something that needs to drastically change about that. You have compassionate, sensitive, Queen of Cups. Direct. So direction was coming out with this funnel here. And now Queen of Cups is being your direction. How you direct your clients. So there needs to be more sensitivity towards your clients, towards your people, your customers. You need to be more sensitive. That's what I'm saying. Whoever's watching this is already cold as ice. You must have a really thick skin, and that thick skin was meant for your environment. But when it comes to your business, the people that you serve are not able to deal with where you came from. Like, you have to realize that you are way stronger than the people you're targeting. Your target audience is like, remember, so you're the lion in the situation. You're talking to sheep. The sheep don't have teeth like you have. They don't have claws like you have. They're not able to run like you run. So you have a real thick skin, a real tough demeanor, a real tough, hard shell exterior. And so that's what needs to be softened when you're dealing with your customers and your clients. We're working towards this Wheel of Fortune. You have completion here. Something being completed. You have elevate. So at the end of a cycle, there's a new mindset, new results. Elevate your mindset. So if you're getting anything out of this message, when it's time to close, it's almost like end on a high note is what I'm getting. End on a good note, a positive note. If you keep thinking and acting the same way, will change in your business. It's like you have to be comfortable with change. A lot of people aren't, and that's why most people aren't business owners. You own your own business, then you need to be willing to change. But in a way that's not just spinning around in circles and chasing trends, but have a real clear direction where you're going. And there's this emphasis on funneling, stirring, and directing your clients to a certain space or in a certain direction. You have 7 of Wands here. Perseverance, persistence, holding ground, position. Like I said, this card comes out. This is a really popular card with this deck coming out. Every single time I touch the deck, this card comes out. And you maturing from an amateur to an expert. Step into your power. So for some of y'all, this may make sense only for a few. But again, this is a small channel, so it could just be two. If you are someone who casts down demons and you have that ability to work on the negative and the negative, darker, lower realms, then get that you're doing it for your customers. That's a service you provide. Just remember that your customer was like a church I went to recently. The pastor treated the congregation like they were demons. People had to keep telling her, we didn't come here to get cussed out. Like, chill out. That's the vibe I'm getting. To just take it easy. And then you have judgment here. So there's this vibe like you have the ability to judge. It's like I see you in this position. You have a real clear cut judge on character. You know what you think about things and you're right about how you feel about a situation. There's this energy to keep going, keep doing that, but be gentle. Be gentle when it comes to the way you judge people, even though you're right. Almost like don't condemn your own audience. Don't condemn your customers, your clients. I'm hearing don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like, remember who's feeding you in this situation. Okay. So I'm going to get some clarity on the Three of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Because that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to digest. You're very important. No matter how often people try to stop you from feeling that way, you create your own value. So it's not something that can be taken away from you, even if you do see the need to defend it. You're constantly defending your character. But, in that case, if you win, it's basically like you're the last one standing. So we have to learn to humble ourselves in order to serve, because that is the point of business. Serving people. You're no longer fighting people. That's how you from not having to having. Yeah, it's like you're learning to be the nurturer. This feels like a businesswoman's energy. Divine feminine. You may be a lesbian. You may be someone who doesn't want children. Very secure. But there's the inability to care for other people. Or it's like you protect your heart so much that it's like you almost forget it exists. So there's a softening energy here that's leading fortune. You have 9 of Swords. I'm here at what expense? It's like, it feels like there's depression here, like someone doesn't want to be sad. Or in order to be successful, you have to give up so much of who you are and pleasing others. Someone's pitying themselves right now. They feel pitiful in this energy. That's where the need to elevate your mind comes in. Speak up. Speak up to yourself. This may take time. This may take practice. You may have to meditate and learn that your audience is above you. There's time. The countdown urges. Choose wisely before the week ends. Yeah, you're gonna have to take some time with this and think about how you feel about yourself and how you feel about the people you work with and who you work for. Okay? There's someone from your past who's coming back into this energy, someone who denied you the right to conquer him. Is a masculine energy. There's a fight going on between you two. And it's because of your masculine energy. This person wanted to conquer you. And they like that about you. They wanted to fight you continuously, but it seems like you softened up around this person. You felt like that was the right time to become more feminine, but this person was a karmic. They hurt you. As soon as you opened up to them and were vulnerable around them, they hurt you. This is why the exterior is built up, because this wasn't the first person to do that. So you need time to heal. Heal anyone else. You may be, a psychic, a healer. Time, efficiency, results. You got time again. Timing is right for quick results. Use your efficiency wisely. So there's an urgency here. It's like you had all the time in the world to heal. And now it's like, stop picking the wound. Just remember that you are valuable, and this kind of criticism is not for the weak. So you have to be strong to even care enough about yourself to want to improve. And that's a beautiful thing. It's not for everybody. You could look at the views. This is not for everybody. So if you're improving on yourself, this is just helpful hints and suggestions just to work around what is calling out to you, what's resonating with you. What do you feel comfortable changing about yourself? It's not everything. It's not meant to be, everything taken and swallowed and digested. So really think on your situation and what is relevant to you. Okay. So let's get a few more cards. For that clear direction. You have authority. Be very confident. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. So we did talk about this. That's literally what we talked about when it comes to the direction. Know where you're going, because people will only follow you if they trust that you know where you're headed and that place is a safe place, and they don't want to be led to a trap, and they want to make sure that you're completely healed and you don't have any grudges against somebody, or especially not them, especially not the people you're supposed to be helping. So that's a vibe like someone hurt you and someone got the wrong, if you're in this energy, it's not everyone, but someone in this energy got the wrong impression, like, oh, that's how we play this game, or two can play this game. Someone hurt you and now you're hurting people intentionally or otherwise. If you're not healed yet, then they can feel that pain. So someone is coming in to help you elevate. Someone's helping you lift your spirits, lift your mood. Prioritize this connection with this person. You already know who it is. If it's meant for you, you can sense who's a healer, who's healed, who's a karmic, who's still hurting, who's trying to attack you. Join forces with business partners for win-win cooperation. No one's supposed to be losing in this game. It's supposed to be fun for everyone. And then you have position here. Again, you moving, becoming more of an expert, practicing. Makes perfect. Into the spotlight. So it is time. You may be an influencer. You're becoming an influencer of a company. You're earning fame. You're becoming more popular. So these are just some helpful hints to get you there, move you closer towards your abundance and prosperity, towards this wheel of fortune. Everything may not resonate for everybody, but let me know what does in the comments. Yeah, the world. Yeah, so something is definitely completed, and you're definitely stepping out of your boundaries. I'm seeing a circle. You're stepping out of your circle. It's time for you to launch something new to the world. You're comfortable being watched. You're comfortable being studied. The Tower card is coming out again. I feel like with this tower coming out twice in this reading, there's definitely going to be some changes happening for you within the next week or so. Something is going to be announced, and it's going to give you an epiphany, some kind of divine intervention when it comes to your company. It may even be a message that you have to share, or someone is sharing with you a message. You're going to be something about your results. Is the results that you're looking for. You're going to get those results that you're looking for. So what are we affirming? Wow, a card. You have, I will not compare myself to strangers. So there's going to be a lot of people in your energy that don't know you personally, but they're going to have a lot of opinions about you. Don't try to chase down their opinions and try to change their mind or even reflect on it too deeply. Just like I said with this reading, you reflect on what spirit is directing you to reflect on, and not, just what somebody is saying to you. So a lot of people are going to have opinions. You're going to get possibly a lot of comments about something. If you're an influencer, just keep in mind that that's all part of the process, and don't compare yourself to what these people are saying about you. What are we affirming? My life is a gift and I appreciate everything I have. I feel like more is coming to you. This is giving the vibe that another card just dropped. This is giving the vibe that you're going to have so much abundance coming towards you once this Wheel of Fortune hits, and you see how long it took to get here. It's almost like, is it ever going to show up? And then when it does, the instant knee-jerk reaction is to be like, okay, well, what else? Just remember to stay humble and be grateful for everything that's coming towards you. Because who wants to live like that? Never having enough. Is like being satisfied with what you have is a blessing. I don't need someone else to feel happiness. When it comes to this partnership, you have a lot to offer and you bring a lot to the table. So even though this person is bringing a tremendous amount to the table, just remember yourself, your sense of self, who you are, how abundant and prosperous, how abundant and valuable, and how much you bring to the table. So if you're here, if you're still here, if you're still watching, leave an Apple emoji just so I can know who watched till the end, to this part. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be here every day, so I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, whoever decided to stick around to the end. This is actually the beginning, so this is going to be behind the scenes. Leave a strawberry in a comment so I can know who's actually watching to the end of these videos. I'm just curious. Okay, so this is the very beginning. I'm just getting sorted for the reading. I'm getting into the energy of this next reading. So I'm going to pull a few cards to find out what's going on with the channel, what kind of energies we're going to be channeling, who you guys are as the collective, who's all watching. So I'm going to do this for a while just to get to know you guys, because I really don't know you guys. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're interested in. There's like a real disconnect here. So I'm going to do some work on getting connected with you guys. And that's basically what these next few readings are. Maybe the next 6 weeks to 6 months. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I mean, I've been posting for 3 years now. And there's so much going on in the background that I won't even get into it. But the vibe is like this is a craft, right? This is an outlet. So there's no point in really speaking too candidly. Where did that card come from? burdens, obligation. Did I leave that down there? This may be part of the vibe. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a few cards to see when our Pentacles comes up, because that is my focus. This is a money channel, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't care about the money. So basically, if that's something you care about in your life, then maybe you're resonating. But I'm just going to keep going with this flow. When are the Pentacles popping up? So the swords are communication. The wands are passion, excitement. The cups are love, emotions. Okay. It's all good. It's all relevant. What is all of this? There's ink. There's like ink. Okay. It's all relevant, but I'm really concerned about the Pentacles. So that's when we stop. Okay.